to Guadalajara, the second biggest city in Mexico. And as you can see, we became also a little bit Mexican.
It is November, and in November we celebrate Movember, and we are raising awareness about male diseases, especially the
Prostate cancer, for example, and in general, regular health check for a better health of the man.
Yes. And our tour starts today at the Plaza de Armas, which is actually currently being renovated, but it hosts the government palace, which has some impressive murals in there from Orozco, the local artist, and also the cathedral with its golden towers. Behind me you can see the Cathedral of Guadalajara. That's the landmark of the city with its golden towers. Inside it's really dark, so we couldn't really make good films of it, but it dates from the 17th century and it's a mixture of different styles, neoclassical and Baroque style. And this square, which is on the other side of the cathedral from the Plaza de Armas, is the Jardín del Jaliscienses Ilustres, which is the garden of illustrious local people. There's a lot of statues of different local artsmen, craftsmen and intellectual people. And on the fourth side of the cathedral there is the Plaza de la Libertad that has a big 4-meter high statue of Miguel Hidalgo, who's considered the liberator of Mexico. You can see his arms breaking the chains of slavery. And next to the Plaza de Libertad is the Teatro Hidalgo, or something like that, which is unfortunately closed. We wanted to have a tour because it's spectacular inside, but they are preparing a show that shows only on the 24th of November, so we cannot even visit the theater, and there's not even a concert, nothing. So no theater for us. Instead, we're gonna have a coffee. And this is the Cabanas Cultural Institute. This building was built in the early 19th century as an orphanage, and it has several hundreds of rooms. It housed about 600 children, and during the war it had more than 2,000 children. And this building also has amazing murals of Orozco. Orozco is a local artist, and the murals were painted in the late 30s, 1930s, to symbolize the fight for freedom of Mexico. Unbelievable paintings, really something worth seeing. And this place now houses also moving exhibitions, so not permanent exhibitions, of modern Mexican artists.
The Museo Cabanas is also UNESCO World Heritage, and it's so big, it has so many courtyards where you can relax and chill. And on Tuesdays the entrance is for free, and there's also a beautiful coffee shop with good coffee and good cakes.
Another interesting museum is the Museo de las Artes, which is located in a beautiful building that used to be, or still is, the University of Guadalajara, and it hosts also imposing murals of Orozco just above me. After the busy Centro Historico with loads of traffic, we are now walking about half an hour through the area of Americana, which reminds us a little bit about La Condesa in Mexico City, with its cafes and little shops and galleries. And this road leads us to the Avenida Chapultepec, which is supposed to be the hipster center of Guadalajara. So the Avenida Chapultepec is actually a very busy avenue, and it's bordered by bars and restaurants, a lot of chain restaurants. So maybe in the evening this is something much better. We wanted to have a nice coffee here, but we didn't really find any good coffee. So now let's head back. Churros at the Plaza Expiatorio from this guy. With a fairly compact Centro Historico, Guadalajara is a very large city formed of village-like neighborhoods in a super large area. After discovering the essence of the center, we decided to head to the neighborhoods, but more on that in the next videos. Thank you for watching. Safe travels always.